I'm at the PIC Summit in Einthoven, and I'm here with one of the influencers of the photonics industry, Dr. Pramod KUMAR, who is influencing the industry with his LinkedIn post and communication. He's also the Director of Research and Innovation at QuantLase. Pramod, I'm so happy to be with you. You're influencing me a lot. I learn a lot from you.
Thank you. Thank
you
you very
are here
much.
at the PIC Summit representing QuantLase. What is QuantLase?
QuantLase is Abu Dhabi-based research and development center, which is the subsidiary of International Holding Company in Abu Dhabi. So, I think we are the pioneer of quantum-enabled design and development of quantum-enabled technology in Middle East or Abu Dhabi.
QuantLase Imaging Lab began its work in 2020, just as the world was confronted with COVID-19. They quickly realized that traditional testing methods were much too slow. Results took hours, commerce came to a standstill, and health systems were overloaded. Under the leadership of Dr. Pramod KUMAR, QuantLase developed a new approach. That work led to DPI, diffractive phase interferometry, a technique Dr. KUMAR invented. DPI uses a simple idea: shine a laser through a blood sample and measure how the light behaves. When blood cells are infected, their structure changes. DPI detects these changes instantly using a CMOS detector. The entire process takes only seconds. It's non-invasive, low-cost, and suitable for large-scale screening. To support mass testing, QuantLase integrated advanced AI image analysis. It can examine thousands of laser images quickly and accurately, making rapid screening practical in workplaces, airports, and public venues. Today, QuantLase continues this work as part of the UAE's wider strategy for advanced innovation.
So we have tested more than 7 million people during 2020 up to 22. So, and it was a huge success in Middle East or Abu Dhabi. And after that, we have established 5 laboratories at QuantLase Innovation Center. So these 5 laboratories dedicated to different research area of photonics. 1 laboratory for high power laser system, 1 is quantum imaging, sensing, QKD, QRNG, and one of my favorite topic is photonic intelligence processing unit, which is related to artificial intelligence data processing, which is the difficulty in photonics, because every day we are living in information age and we are increasing data day by day. So how to deal with the complexity and the size of the data, because it's increasing. So the processing power increasing with the problem size. So it's a non-deterministic polynomial NP-hard problem. So the question is that how to solve this NP-hard problem? People call it computationally hard issues. So photonic is the hope. Photon is the fastest, robust carrier of information processing. So that is why it's very friendly. So I started thinking how to design the optical platform based on photonic system.
So why do you call this photonics intelligence?
Yes, because if you look at the fundamental definition of intelligence, is simply a data-inspired or data-hungry technology. But if you make a decision and inference and training without supervision, then photon is the robust and very smart or intelligent carrier to fulfill this job. So that is why I'm calling it photonic intelligence, because photon don't need supervision.
One thing that for me is very exciting is that whenever I start a meeting, I always say, all of you are not competitors. The real competitor is copper.
All of us together, we compete against copper. It's not really coincidence.
When do you think that photonics can give solutions to the big computing companies so they really don't have to go to copper and they can do photonic short-reach interconnects?
Because if you fully depend on the electronics, the most bad thing about electronics is that they can talk each other.
Yes.
Photon don't talk each other. So there is no question of interference, nothing. So it's very clean system. And of course you can compete with the speed. Photon is amazing speed. So you are fulfilling 2 things: speed and the precision, accuracy, and of course there is no delay. Time is not time consuming, and most important thing is that it's not energy hungry system.
Correct.
So you are dealing with this very, very difficult issues with photon. So photon fulfilling all the issues, all the things. And if you deal with the photon to fulfill all these requirements, the photonics is the best way to cope with these issues in real life.
Pramod Kumar, you and me have been working on silicon photonics already for a couple of years. Look at my white hair. What needs to happen on the next few years for silicon photonics to solve the computing challenge?
Silicon, because if you really talk about the integration circuit, PIC, photonic integration circuit, so the problem with that silicon is you cannot actually fabricate laser on silicon and of course the detector on silicon.
Yes.
So either you have to separate this lasing system and detection system. Of course the processing and control you can do on chip is as silicon photonics. But if you make it very compact, so you need to look for another platform for doing these things. Indium phosphate is the best way
Indium
to
phosphide is the right solution for the light source on silicon photonics and perhaps the detector. One more thing, Pramod Kumar.
Yes.
You're here witnessing the ecosystem of Dutch companies, many of them small companies, all of them working with each other. I'm going to come to see you in Abu Dhabi. But
Perfect.
before I go there, how does the ecosystem of photonics, electronics, quantum works in Abu Dhabi? Do you also see the same kind of behavior, collaboration, interconnection?
We are actually in Abu Dhabi or particularly in Middle East. So the ecosystem, I don't think so. We are creating the ecosystem.
I would like
We
to
are creating the ecosystem because we are not in the race with the other world. In short, what QuantLase is doing, we are creating the possibility, because possibility is not real world. Real world is classical. It's a predict, and people are talking about quantum. Quantum is not classical world. It's something beyond classicality, which is nothingness. So nothingness is the possible world. You create something over there and bring this possible to predict something in classical world. But the fundamental question, a very difficult question, is that how to establish, how to make a bridge between these two worlds, how to take this information from quantum world to predict in classical world, because reality always exists in quantum world. Quantum is the fundamental nature of reality. You cannot transfer reality as it is in classical world, because classical world is actually the manifestation of your detection or of your measurement. It's not exact reality. So the thing is that how to extract this information from quantum world to classical world and make this bridge. So in my opinion, quantum technology is not really a technology. It's a relationship and actually establishment between quantum to classical, because finally you are implementing your idea in classical world.
Pramod, there's something I can predict.
Yeah.
I'm coming to see you in Abu Dhabi so you can show me the ecosystem of quantum, electronics and photonic companies over there, and I can learn from the context about the prediction of quantum technologies with the current classical computing. That was
Thank
really
you.
awesome.
Thank
I
you
loved
very
it.
much.
I got goosebumps at some point. That was really cool.